Good afternoon, KCG. Yeah, I can understand after lunchtime, I think this is the toughest part. Good afternoon, KCG. Very good, that's much better, but I think you still are quiet and disciplined, lot of students. Good, just let me get a brief of how many people are here. How many of you are the final year students? If you can raise your hands if you're in the final year. Okay. All right. So I think one thing that you would all be interested is in how is it on the other side of the campus, especially when you come into the corporate, how is it that probably you would be wanting to listen that from me. Well, I thought about then I also wanted first of all, I should say thanks for being here. I'm very honored to be in this college with an endless list of achievements that you've had. You've also been in many parts of the globe with achievements in any field. So you've been in leadership, in arts, in innovation, be it you name it, you've already achieved that. So I will test you a bit as well today with some interaction. So I would like to keep this more interactive rather than being a monologue. Let it be a dialogue. Yeah. So first thing that strikes me is the motto of this college itself. Very interesting. Make every man a success and no man a failure. When I told this to one of my team members, he said, "Sir, I am also from the same college. Everybody who comes here speaks on the same topic." Then I told him the very first fact that, see, if you look at the AVM banner, that doesn't mean all the movies are same. Of course, the motto will remain same because ultimately everybody wants to be successful. But let me check what is a failure? How do you define a failure? Yeah, not loud enough, please. The first step you take in life is a failure. Okay, let me put it this way. Yes, there are no right or wrong answers. The failure is not a time that you have failed. A failure is a time when you have not been able to stand up and then move forward. Yeah. So if you've looked at many of the people who have been successful, they've had multiple failures, but they have been able to come over these failures that they've had, and thereby they've reached success. Okay. And what is success? Anybody? What is success? How do you define success? That means many things to many people. It could mean anything to each individual. So what is success? Anybody? How many of you want to be successful? Raise your hands. Come on, there should be more than that. How many of you want to be successful? Yeah? Yeah. How many of you want to find a job after you have finished your college? How do you want to get into work immediately? That's a very few. How many want to continue to study? Okay, that's interesting. A lot of academicians here. All right. How many of you want to be on your own, doing business, entrepreneurships? Okay. Good. We've got a good mix of people here. Well, so I want to share with you some of the secrets. All right. Why I say secrets? Do you know how do you define a secret? When something is not shared, right? But here I am sharing something and still call it a secret. Can anybody figure out why? How many of you have heard of Chidambara Ragasyam? I mean, being in Tamil Nadu, you should be familiar with that. And if you have been there, into the temple, there's a screen in the temple, and behind the screen lies this Ragasyam, secret. And sometimes if you are fortunate enough, you get an opportunity to peep behind the screen. And some of you who are naughty will anyway do it. And once you peep behind the screen, you see, anybody seen that? You see there's nothing there. There's nothing there. So what is the secret? When it is defined as a secret, for a normal eye, when you see that, you don't understand what is lying there. There's nothing, so there is no secret. Maybe people say that there lies God, but there is nothing. So what? God is nothing. But in reality, when you see with the intellectual eye, you are able to realize that even in nothing, God is there. That's the secret. So when I'm saying it's a secret, these secrets are difficult to understand from the common understanding that you have. But these secrets need to be understood with the intellectual eye and the experience you gain. Alright? So, the first secret that I'm going to share, some of you will hate me for this. Continue to be a student. Now, those of you who want to find a job, who said I want to work, I'm saying first thing is, continue to be a student. Why am I saying this? See, the best part of life is, as the lady here was speaking also, to find learning in everything. Wherever there is learning, there is fun. And be a student of life. When you are a student of life, you enjoy your life. And then you continue to have fun. So continue to be a student. So whatever you're doing, I mean, learn a language maybe, or learn a course while you're, or even in the work field that you're working, learn something new. That's always you are progressing in life, and that's where fun is. The second secret is, do not settle in life. How many of you want to be settled in life? I just want to finish, get a job and settle. Yeah? How many of you want to settle in life? That's good. Huh? One or few. Most of you are intelligent, that means. A settled person is one who's dead, who's buried in the grave. He's settled. When I'm saying do not settle in life, that means when you are in a state of comfort, no, you're not growing. In a state of comfort, you're not growing, you are in a settled condition. That means you're not looking forward, there is no growth. Okay, so my advice to you is, do not settle in life. Third one is, fail more, fail early. This might be interesting for some of you, but I'm not saying in terms of your academics, but also in terms of your risk taking. I would want to tell one story here. This story is a dialogue between the temple stone, which is lying on the entrance, and the stone that is standing as the idol. Yeah, there was a dialogue between them. In the middle of the night, there were no more devotees, or the temple has been closed. Then this stone has been so tired of so many people who have, and this stone happens to be in Tirupati, so the crowdest or the busiest temple. So having tired, then it was asking the stone standing as the idol, why is it that I am also a stone, you are also a stone, people stamp on me and then move over. but when they come to you, they close their eyes, they pray to you, they wish for you, they seek blessings from you. Why is such a difference? Both of us are stones after all. Then the stone that was standing as the idol answered, "My dear, yes, of course, we all belong to the same family. You are also a stone. I am also a stone. However, the difference is, when the first chisel hit you, you broke into pieces and you fell down. Whereas I had to withstand many chisel hittings over and over again. I was able to withstand all of them. And since I am able to withstand so many of them, people come and do pray me. And then since you had to fail and then never stood up after that, so people had to use you as the footstep." So the point here is that every time you fail, as I said, your inability to stand up and move forward from failure is what is called failure. But if you are able to learn from your failure, and there is always a learning in every failure, all right? So fail more, fail early. The fourth secret is do not work. Don't be disappointed for those of you who wanted to go find a job immediately. Yeah, I'm saying do not work. Today in the corporate world, there's a lot of discussion about work-life balance. How do you balance work and life? How can we? I mean, most of them they involve long hours of working. People offer flexible hours of working and all that only to maintain a good work-life balance. Yeah, but why do you want to treat work different from your life? Work is part of your life. And as long as you are saying, "I'm going to work," that is when you create stress. If you are having your passion, your fun as a means of your earnings, then your life becomes wonderful. You are earning through your passion, you are earning through your fun. So whatever may be your passion, continue to do that passion. So some of you who wants to be your entrepreneurs, who wants to be on your own, continue your passion, have persistence, have belief. Definitely, I think these are two things, especially if you are an entrepreneur, these are the two things that can fetch you and take you to greater heights of success. All right, and those of you who are looking for a job, there's nothing wrong about it. You can still look for a job, but following your passion in the areas of industries that you are interested in, and that can still fetch you the right amounts of money. There's another level of there's a level of maturity where you can start loving whatever you're doing. That's a higher level of maturity. So again, I said, do not work. And finally is, do not chase happiness. Most of us, we end up living our lives in terms of chasing happiness. We want to achieve that, that's when we will be happy. We want to do this, that's when we will be happy. Okay? I just wanted to share how many of you believe in subconscious, which is stronger than the conscious mind? Okay, you all know that there are a few people. So if I put an analogy to this, let's say there are 8 people in your head who are working as your mind. 8 people. One of them is the conscious mind. That means he's the one who's giving you directions, asking you to do this, asking you to talk, asking you to listen. He's the one who's doing a conscious effort. There are 7 people who are working as part of your subconscious mind. That means there are 7 people who are ready to take instructions from you, but you can't give them a direct instruction. What you can do, or what they do, they perceive your emotions. They perceive your emotions, and these 7 people who are working as subconscious mind, they are like, yogis. They don't understand between positives and negatives. They don't see between good and bad, but they only see the strength of your emotion. So what these 7 people are doing is, they just record your strongest emotions. So the moment you feel that I don't have this and I wish I had that, that emotion is recorded, and they think that my master wants more of this, and they will give you more of that. If you think that, okay, fine, I am, let's put the biggest problem that we have, I'm obese these days, I have to lose weight, I may not be, or I have to get more marks. Then they record the emotion that this is a kind of emotion that you want to continue to have, and they will give you more of that. So it is important to give the right emotion with the right frame of mind. So why am I telling you this? So if you are chasing happiness, what happens is your chase for happiness will always be the emotion. I am not happy now, I will be happy once I have that. That emotion will be recorded, will be recognized, and that chase will continue to be a chase. Instead, if you turn it around and then say, I am happy with this, and this is what I have, and if I had this, I would be happier like this. That emotion will be transformed into reality with this subconscious mind that you will have, or the 7 people who are working towards your subconscious mind. Yeah. I hope some of these secrets will be taken into your lives, and you will see, you will realize them as and when you come across some of the real-time examples. And there's another one important thing that I thought I should share also. What can you expect from the corporate world? I mean, some of you would be looking for jobs, would want to get into, companies and then start working. So I will put it in a typical academical way, the differences between the college and a career. All right. I think fortunate that you are, as long as you are in a college. While I cherish the memories that I have from my college days, of course you will be anxious to see how will be your career in the corporate world, right? So that's where we both are, first of all, contradicting. So the first difference would be like, while you are tested probably once a semester, in your college, whereas in the corporate world, you are being assessed with every behavior and every performance of yours. So people are constantly judging you as to how your behavior is and how your actions are. So your actions speak louder than probably your achievements at that time. And while here, I should say, with the permission of your professors, there is a little forceful imparting of knowledge. In the corporate world, there is nobody who's actually asking you to gain knowledge. It is you who have to seek the knowledge on your own. So you should make sure that you are gaining the knowledge all by yourself. So there is a self-seeking of knowledge. And while here, you have to pay for what you learn, hopefully. There, you are paid for what you learn. All right, when I say there, it's in the corporate world. And most probably, I think while you don't have many options to change colleges in between, but there you have an option of changing your jobs and your bosses. You might not be able to change your professors in college. All right. So, wishing you all the best for your future endeavors, whatever that might be. Yeah, follow your dreams. Belief is the most important thing. And as I said, continue to be a student. Do not settle in life. Yeah, fail more, fail early. Do not work. Do not chase happiness. Yeah. So if you go tell these things plainly to somebody outside, they would think that you must have attended a crazy speech. But then I hope you are able to relate to what I've said behind each of these things. All right. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Thanks for making me part of this celebration. Thank you very much. Yeah.